Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and happy new year to all of you. Hope you had a fantastic evening whatever you were doing. First video for 2024, and I'm going to start you off with the star stitch. Now it looks complicated, but it's not. I'll show you a very easy method. There are tutorials out there for the star stitch, and they have various variations. I want to show you the easiest method. This is because it's when you're doing the star stitch and where you're placing your hook, sometimes you know some of the patterns ask you to put the hook in a specific place. I've actually changed this so that it's the most easiest option for you. This is done in a DK yarn. That's the back and that's the front, and the star stitch is a very tight stitch, should I say, because of all the loops that you have to drag through. So my recommendation for you is that if you're making a baby blanket, use a DK yarn, lightweight yarn, number 3, but use a 6mm crochet hook. The recommended hook is a 4, but your work will be very tight, and of course for blankets we want it to be a bit more drapier, so the bigger hook is what you need. Of course, if you're using the star stitch pattern for something else, then you can use a 5 and a 4, but specifically for a blanket, I think a 6mm. If you've got a 6mm crochet hook, that's what you need. I've done this little sample here, and just to give you a quick, oh, I can't actually find my measuring tape. When you leave things and your children will wander off them. Okay, so I think this is about 6 inches, sorry. So I reckon, and this was done based on 20 stitches with a 6mm crochet hook. So if you want to do a baby blanket, I would say 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So yeah, go ahead and do 100 chains. Okay, now we want to finish with an even chain. That's how you do the star stitch. So we are going to start off with a single crochet row, so chain an even number, and then when we do the single crochet in the second chain, that will give us an odd number of single crochets. So go ahead with 100 for a baby blanket, and then you'll be left with 99, which is what we need, an odd number to work the star stitch on top of. This is, like I said, I chained on 20 stitches and I was left with 19. So I'm just going to move that aside, and I'll just show you in this lovely raspberry colour a small sample. So what you want to do is grab your hook and do your slip knot. If you don't know how to do a slip knot or how to chain, I do have individual videos listed for you. Okay, let's grab some more of this yarn and move my bits out the way. Okay, so I will just chain a small sample. If you want to go straight into the blanket, let me just move you down a little bit more. If you want to move straight onto the blanket, go ahead and do your 100 chains. I will just do 16 chains, right? That'll be my foundation for the sample for you. So the first row is going to be a single crochet row. So go into that, you never count the one on your hook, not that one. Second chain, go in, pull up a loop and do a single crochet. Go to the next one, pull up a loop, pull through both of them and do a single crochet. You want to do that all the way to the end, and in my case I will be having 19 single crochets. In your case you should have 99. It may feel really loose because we are working with a light yarn but with a bigger hook, but trust me, it will work. Okay, that's my last one there. So there's my 19 single crochets. For the beginning of the star stitch, so that's the only single crochet row that you do. It is actually just a 2-row repeat pattern. That's my aim, 1 and 2 rows, and fortunately for me, star stitch, which is very pretty, also comes into the 2 row. So I will take it very slowly to show you how to do the 2 rows. So once you've done your single crochet, chain 3. Then what you want to do is form the very first star from your chain. So go into the second chain, pull up a loop, go into that third chain, the bottom one, and pull up a loop. Flip your work over, go into that very first one at the base, pull up a loop, you have 4 loops. Then the next stitch, pull up a loop, you got 5 loops. And then the next stitch, pull up a loop. And you now have 6 loops. This is the only time where we're using 3 chains from the 3 stitches from the base row. So the first one, second one, and third one. The remainders will only be over 2. Okay, so once you've got all 6 loops, pull through all 6 and chain 1. That's so the first row is half the star stitch, and the second row will be the back. So you want to do, go straight into the next one, and what you do is go into the eye, which is this one here. Now this is where I was saying that people sometimes just go into the back loop or between the whole of it and trying to get the stitch in. I don't want anyone to be confused or stressed about doing this, because honestly you can do this. So just go into the top loop, the very first one that you can see on the top. Just go through there and pull up a loop. That's 3. Then you go to the base of the stitch. You can see that because that'll be your first where you came. That's 4. Then, like I said, we're only using 2 stitches now. 5, and the next one 6. 6 loops. Pull through all 6. Trying not to drop any, and then chain 1. So same again. There's the eye. Go into the eye. Go into that first end loop there that you can see. Just go through the 1 loop. It's fine. It makes no difference. The base, the next stitch, and the next stitch. 6 loops. Pull through all 6 and chain 1. Go into the eye. Pull up a loop. Go into that first one. You'll see it's that last one that you pulled up, spike. That's 3. Then the base of the stitch, 4. Next chain along, 5. And 1 more chain stitch along, 6. Pull through all 6. Take it nice and easy if you're not comfortable with doing this. Bear with me. Yarn's gone tangled up. Okay, so where were we? Right. Same again. Go into the eye. Go into that first loop that you see that's hanging down the side. Base of the stitch, pull up a loop. Next stitch, pull up a loop, and next stitch. So there should always be 6 loops. If you've got 5, you know you've gone wrong somewhere. Chain 1 immediately. Into the eye. Into that first loop there. Into the base. Into the next one. And into the next one. Pull through all 6 and chain 1. So this should be our last one now, because we've got 2 chains remaining. Into the eye, pull up a loop. Into that side one, pull up a loop. Into the base, into your next stitch, and then your very last one here. Pull up 1 from there, 6 loops. Pull through all 6, chain 1. And once you've done that very last one and you've worked that last chain, you go back into that chain again and do a half double crochet. So to do the half double crochets, yarn over, go in, pull up the loop and pull through all 3. That will give you a really nice edge on either side. Then what you want to do is chain 2. And let me grab another little pencil or a hook. I'll grab this pencil. So, and all we're going to do now is once we've chained 2, the second row just consists of placing 2 half double crochets in the eye. Now obviously you could see the eye from that side, but if you pull your work, actually there's one, move along, can you see there's another little circle? Move along, that's the next circle, those are your eyes from behind. And what you want to do is once you've chained 2, yarn over, go into the very first eyes right there and do 2 half double crochets. There's no chain or anything in between. Move along to the next one there and do 2 half double crochets. So move along to the next eye and 2 half double crochets. Yarn over, next eye here. Next one's there. Next one, you can pull your work if you're not 100% sure, but you can't miss it really. And then you will have one more, which is right here. 2 half double crochets in there as well. And to finish off the row, this is the star from this side. You won't be able to get your hook into the complete end, so don't worry. Again, I want to make this simple for you. Just go into that very top 2 strands there and just place your half double crochet there. It's fine and it looks nice and it's still straight. And not only that, you know, if you are adding a border, then that's great. Okay, so for the, we're back to the star. So every time you do the star stitch, it's 1, 2 and 3. Go into the second stitch, pull up a loop, go into that third chain, pull up a loop, flip your work over, go into the base, pull up a loop, next one pull up a loop, and next one pull up a loop. 6 loops, pull through all 6, chain 1, go into the eye, go into the side, base, next chain and the next chain, and chain 1, eye. So you can see all of these. It's that very last one that you want to go into, and just go into the top loop. Don't make it complicated for yourself, and there's no point in spending ages wiggling your hook through. Not only it slows you down, if it doesn't actually do anything to the pattern, then why struggle? That's what I say. Once you get used to picking up the hooks, it will be, you'll pick up some speed. That's your last stitch there. 6 loops, pull through all 6, chain 1, and remember, always go back into that same stitch for the other half double crochet. So 2 rows, and you get this lovely little, so chain 2. Some people chain 1 here, but I think chain 2 is better because you don't want that to get a bit, you know, you want it to keep a nice height on it, the same as the opposite side there. Okay, so once you chain 2, go straight into the eye and do 2 half double crochets and keep moving on to the next eye. Once you find them in the first couple of rows, it literally is just Not much to think about. And remember, like I said, if you can't get your hook into there, that's not a problem. Just go into that very top one and do your double crochet, half double crochet. So I'm just going to do 2 more rows, and I'm going to speed up a little bit just to show you. That's the back side, sorry. How pretty. And I'm hoping you've got the pattern. If not, then please do slow me down. You can do that in the playback options. And this is, like I said, it's also a 2-row repeat, which is great. Chain 2 and then go into the eye. Did I actually do? No, I didn't. I've got my half double crochet here on the end again. Thought it looked a bit different. Then chain 2, flip your work. I mean, if you want to do a 5mm, you can, but like I said, bear in mind, because of all of these loops, it does make it quite a dense stitch, and for a blanket, to get the softness for the blanket, I recommend 6 on a lightweight yarn. Okay, we're coming to the end, and I shall leave you to it. Okay, here we have the gorgeous star stitch. That's it there in the blue. Hope you like this tutorial. Thanks everybody. Please do subscribe, like and share to anyone who you think might like to make this. I hope that you understand clearly what I do. If not, you can always send me a message down below, and I'll help where I can. Enjoy making this one. It's really pretty, really pretty. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.